Meet Rocky Bleier. He is probably one of the most tough football players of all time. Rocky was born in Appleton, Wisconsin. He had 4 other siblings and he was the oldest of all of them. He graduated from Xavier High School in 1964. In football, Bleier was a 3-time All-State selection as running back, and he won all-conference honors at both linebacker and defensive back. Bleier played college football at the University of Notre Dame and in South Bend, Indiana, and he graduated in 1968. He was selected in the 16th round of the 1968 AFL draft by the Pittsburgh Steelers, 417th overall. Yeah, there was 16 rounds. I don't know why. That's a lot of rounds. After his rookie season with the Steelers, Bleier was drafted into the U.S. Army in December 1968 during the Vietnam War. On August 30th, while on patrol, an enemy shot him in the left thigh, and while he was down, a grenade blew up and the debris hit him and took part of his foot off. That's painful, and he was rushed to the hospital in Tokyo. He walked with a limp for the rest of his life, and they didn't know if he would ever be able to walk, but let alone be able to play in the NFL. While recovering in Tokyo, he received a postcard from the Steelers owner, Art Rooney, which read, "Rock, the team's not doing well, we need you, Art Rooney." Bleier later said, "When you have somebody to take the time and interest to send you a postcard, something that they didn't have to do, you have a special place for those kind of people." After several surgeries, he was discharged from the military in July 1970 and began informal workouts with the Steelers teammates. Bleier rejoined the Steelers in camp in 1970. Upon his return, he couldn't walk without being in pain, and he only weighed 180 pounds. He was put on injury reserves and for the season, but returned in 1971 and played on special teams. He spent several seasons trying to get increased playing time and was waived on 2 occasions, but Bleier never gave up and said that he worked so hard that sometime in the future you didn't have to ask yourself what if. On an off-season training regiment brought Bleier back to 212 pounds. In the summer of 1974, he earned a starting spot on the Steelers starting lineup. In addition to being a great lead blocker, he was the second of the Steelers' rushing weapons. Franco Harrison was the primary back. He was effective nonetheless at blocking and rushing. In 1976, both Harris and Bleier rushed for over 1,000 yards, making them the second NFL team to accomplish this feat. After Mercury Morris and Larry Consacca of the 1972 Miami Dolphins, Bleier played the first 4 Steelers Super Bowl victories and caught a touchdown pass from Terry Bradshaw, which gave the Pittsburgh Steelers a lead in the 4th quarter and would never surrender it throughout that Super Bowl. He also recovered Dallas's onside kick in the closing seconds, sealing the Super Bowl victory. Bleier retired in 1980 with 3,865 rushing yards, 136 receptions for 1,294 yards, and 25 touchdowns. At the end of his retirement, he was the 4th all-time rushing leader. Thank you everybody for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.